Today, we're going to the Alaska Aviation Heritage Museum. What's up, Internet? Adam and Sherry here. It is a beautiful Sunday in Anchorage, Sunday afternoon. We have some free time, so we are going to do something that we haven't done since you moved to Alaska.
I've never done it.
I've done it a couple times before. It is the Alaska Aviation Heritage Museum in Alaska. Some facts you might not know: more pilots per capita here than anywhere else in the country, maybe even the world. There's all sorts of like float planes and small planes. We know lots of friends who have their own planes. So aviation is a huge part of the history of our state, and we're gonna go check out the museum. So the Aviation Heritage Museum is located near Anchorage International Airport on Lake Hood, which is the largest float plane base, I believe, in the world. See, here's the entrance to the museum. Let's check it out. So we just walked in. This is kind of the first room as you enter. You can see it's kind of an event space as well. And this is kind of cool. It talks about the first flight in Alaska on July 3rd to the 5th, 1913. And this took place in Fairbanks. Now we're heading back into one of the main exhibit halls here at the museum. So this is kind of crazy. This is a possum coat, and it says that each coat was individually tailored for the Wien flight attendants. Wien was one of the early airlines here in Alaska, but possums, not native to Alaska. Go figure. So this is part of American history that not a lot of people know. Will Rogers and Wiley Post actually died here in Alaska in a plane crash. On the ground, but I landed. Now we're outside checking out all of the planes that are kind of around the grounds. So we got a military plane, got an old Alaska Airlines plane here, some of the hangars. This is a fully restored 1931 Pilgrim, absolute beautiful airplane. This is the inside the cockpit of the Alaska Airlines plane. So one of the cool things about the inside of this 737 is you actually can rent this out for parties. Wouldn't that be awesome to have a party in here? Now we're in one of the other hangars here. It's a cool bi-wing up there. Now this thing is awesome. It's an old Goose. Look at that, it's got the props on top. That is an awesome airplane. So apparently Sherry does not think that this old plane is airworthy. I asked her if she'd be willing to go up in it with me, and she said no.
Nope. Well, you're not a pilot. Also, this plane is dead.
I could fly this thing. So this is kind of cool. This is the old tower, the top of the tower from Merrill Field here in Anchorage. Merrill Field is another small plane airport. So this is the view from the tower, looking over Lake Hood. This is pretty awesome. So some people have asked about the mosquitoes in Anchorage. Yeah, this wall shows just how bad they are. Watch this. So there's a lot of mosquitoes. So that was the Alaska Aviation Heritage Museum. Your first time there, what did you think?
Really interesting.
It is interesting. They have a lot of really cool stuff. I think my favorite part, I didn't show this, but we sat in this little documentary movie about kind of the military history in Alaska. And it talked a lot about World War II. You know, a lot of people don't know that there was World War II battles fought on Alaskan soil in the Aleutian chain. And obviously aviation played a huge part of that. So that was kind of cool. Cool seeing the old planes, cool seeing, actually one of the parts I liked the most was seeing all the old advertising.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Like kind of old school aviation advertising from Alaska Airlines and Revolution and all of the other Wien airlines. So that, I think, absolutely worth it. Was it 15 bucks to get in? Mm-hmm. Definitely, no, not bad at all. Definitely something to go check out here in Anchorage.
Yep.
Since it continues to be such a nice day outside, we thought we'd go ahead and make some progress with another project. We have this really awesome shaped mirror that we found at a local thrift store. We are going to paint it this color blue. Then we're going to actually fill this in with chalk paint. So after one coat of paint, this is looking so good.
Okay, so we were just at home and we just heard thunder, and we don't get storms here in Alaska, and it's very exciting when we do. I've been here almost 13 years, and I think I've probably heard thunder like 3 times.
Well, it was crazy because we were just talking because we saw people start posting on Facebook like, "Hey, we saw lightning, heard thunder," and it's like, "Oh, that's crazy," because yeah, we don't ever get this in Alaska.
Doesn't happen here.
And then like there was this like deep rumble, and Sherry and I both just kind of like slowly looked at each other like, "You heard that, right?"
And we immediately stood up and like got our shoes on. We were like, "Let's go!"
It's funny because
we are
like
chasing it. We're
I don't know where we're like. Where are we going?
I don't know.
We're trying to. What are we trying to see? Lightning?
Well, I'm gonna turn the camera around.
Okay.
So we're kind of heading in that direction, kind of toward the mountains. It's looking a little dark over there.
It does look nasty over there.
So I'm thinking that's probably where it's coming from.
All right. Well, let's go see if we can find it.
Let's go.
Super exciting. We've seen lightning.
We both had seen a couple.
Really? I mean,
a couple flashes.
3 or 4 times in the whole time you've lived in Alaska. Lightning is not something we ever get to see.
And we're such nerds. Like, we're literally trying to like chase it.
I gotta think being parked right below electrical wires is good, right?
Oh, sure.
That seems safe.
Sure.